Hey everybody, we're live. It's Facebook always changes stuff around when I'm wanting to go live, but I think I got it now. So, hey everybody. Um, okay, who's here? Let me see if I can get, I don't know if I can get on the page. I'm like on the show page. I'm not on the Facebook page, so I can't really see who's here or what questions there are. But let's just get going, right? Because it's Thursday night tune up and everybody wants to have a little bit of tuning up spiritually midweek. Yeah, it's been quite a week, huh? But spring started, so it's good. And we got good news today about the vaccinations being opened up starting April 1st. So that's all really good. So today I thought we would get some advice from the Bhagavad Gita. And this is my version of the Bhagavad Gita, which makes it really easy to understand because it's an English rhyming verse. So the Bhagavad Gita, if you look at the original, this is one of the Bhagavad Gitas. I mean, if you Google Bhagavad Gita, you'll see like so many different kinds, but you'll see how big it is and everything. It was originally written 5,000 years ago in Sanskrit. And so in these texts, they have the Sanskrit writing, and then they have the translation, and then they have the commentary on the verse. So it makes for a very long book. But since I'm writing it in English, there's no translation. And I'm hoping it's easier to understand. And then if you want commentary, I have another version that has the commentary. But I thought today we'd look at chapter 6, which is about meditation. And it's about a lot more than meditation too. Because it's really about, how to live our lives. So let's just start with the first verse and kind of go through it and see what we can garner from this beautiful wisdom. So the setting, as you may recall in the Bhagavad Gita, is we're actually on a battlefield. And Arjuna, who represents us, he's like the everyman. So we're the everyman, the every woman, the every person, is in a dilemma. He is a warrior, but he's about to fight in this war that he doesn't really believe in. He doesn't want to kill the people on the other side who are supposed to be his enemies, but they're not really his enemies. They're also his family and friends and stuff. And yeah, they have a disagreement and the stakes are high. The kingdom is at risk and Arjuna is on the good guy side, but still he's like, I don't know if I can do this. So he's asked for spiritual guidance from Krishna, who has agreed not to fight, but he will be there to be Arjuna's sounding board, to give him some advice throughout. So Arjuna has been asking him questions this whole time, and Krishna's been, giving these pearls of wisdom out. But Arjuna is still confused. He's confused and doesn't know what to do. So here's chapter 6 meditation, and Krishna says to Arjuna, those who do their work, who set their goal on me, who make no claim to fruits, these are the true yogis. But those who avoid the work to seek those things outside miss the true serenity that only abides inside. So when Krishna is talking about work here, what he's talking about is the spiritual work that we need to do, the spiritual practices that we need to do. Just like when we want to get in shape physically, we need to exercise, we need to eat right, we need to build up these muscles. Same thing spiritually. When we want to grow spiritually, we need to do practices. We need to watch our behavior, watch our thoughts, meditate, be nice, all those things have all those virtues that Krishna's been telling us about. We need to practice what we preach. We read these books and get glimpses of what highly evolved spiritual people were like, and those people are our examples of what we can be like. So we need to strive to be like them. People like Ramakrishna and Vivekananda and Sharada Devi, they came into this life to be an example for all of us. So we can learn from how they lived their lives. And there's many others too. Jesus, for example. I mean, everybody knows who Jesus is, and look at how Jesus lived his life. Buddha, Gandhi, there's many, many, many. Ramana Maharshi, Sri Chaitanya. I can think of the ones from India more, but like St. Francis. So there's many people. So we need to look at them as our example. And that's what he's saying. Do your work, set your goal on me. Like, find someone like that who is a role model, an example for you, and try to live your life the way they lived their life. Because the goal is we want to be, as spiritual as them. Okay, who make no claims to fruits. What does that mean? So we're doing it because we know we're doing it for our own good. We're not going to stop doing it if we don't make the goal, right? That's the fruits. We have to, it sounds like The Bachelor right now, but we have to be in it for the right reasons, right? We have to be in it sincerely and authentically and not be like, well, if I'm a spiritual person, then I'm just going to be able to magically get that job or get that relationship or get that house, and that's kind of where I think the movie The Secret fell apart, because people really misunderstood it and took it to mean that, if I just meditate and think of my dream house, then it'll come to me. If I make a vision board, I'll just envision, and it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Okay, so he's saying, set your goal on me, on God, and make no claims to fruits. Don't be doing it for the end goal. Just do it because you know it's worth it. Then you're a true yogi. But those who avoid the work, so you're going to say, I got better things to do. I don't have time to meditate. I can't be nice to my neighbor. They're just so mean. I'm just going to be mean back, To seek those things outside. Why am I going to work? Because I want a new car. They're seeking something outside to fulfill themselves. Why am I going to work? Because I want that promotion, because I want to be the boss, because I want to blah, 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 whatever you want. It's something outside of you. Whereas you can work having in mind that your presence is bringing something to the table. You're there for a reason. Other people are there for a reason. It's this divine appointment. We're all helping each other. That's a good way of approaching things. It's how you do your work, not what you do. Okay. So then he says, if you do that, though, if you're going for the gold, if you're going for the paycheck, if you're looking for things outside of you, you're missing the whole point of life. You're missing the true serenity that only abides inside. So you can look for fulfillment outside as much as you want. You can travel the world. You can have more money than Bill Gates. You can have, a luxury condominium in the sky, whatever. That isn't going to guarantee you this true serenity that only abides inside. Okay. Then he says, you are your own hero. You are your own best friend, but you also are your enemy. Your will is hard to bend. So conquer your will, and life will be sublime. Your heart filled with satisfaction, even during the toughest times. What he's saying here is, it's up to us to do anything. Nobody can make us do anything. Nobody can. It's up to us. So we're our own best friends. We have to motivate ourselves. We have to have that intrinsic motivation that this is our priority. Our spiritual practice is our priority. We're going to meditate twice a day, no matter what. We're going to spend time in silence. We're going to walk in nature. We're going to read spiritual books. We're going to go to classes. We're going to watch spiritual videos, whatever it is. We're going to, encourage ourselves. We're going to make the time. We're going to do it. It's going to be a habit for us. It's going to be great. In that way, we're our own best friends. But we're also our own enemy, because we get this will, that drives us in the other direction. This will that says, yeah, but let me just look on Facebook first, or let me just answer these emails first, or let me just, there's a sale at the mall. I'll just do that. And when I get home, I'll meditate. Or, I have so much work to do. I'm going to do all this work, and then whatever time is left over, I'm going to meditate. Upside down and backwards. No, that's not how you do it. In that way, we're being our worst enemy. So Krishna's advice is, conquer your will, and life will be sublime. Our heart filled with satisfaction, even during the toughest times. So even, our hearts will be filled with satisfaction. We'll have that contentment, that warm glow, that light that shines within, that, smile that you just can't help smile. And it doesn't go away, even during the toughest times, which we're kind of in one of the toughest times right now, right? Under lockdown with COVID and all that. We see some sunshine on the horizon. We're moving towards it. Hallelujah, this is great. But it's been like a year of living like this. And so many of us have lost people and suffered financially and lost jobs, and on and on and on. We miss our people, we miss our friends, we miss going to church. But thank goodness we've adapted, and we have, Facebook Live and Zoom, and ways that we can really connect with each other in that way. So in a way, necessity is the mother of invention, and this was necessary, and this is what we did. We rose to the occasion. So that's very good. Okay, so then he continues, the stone, the earth, the gold, all from the one place came. Your well-wishers, friends, and foes, you'll see, are all the same. There's no value attributed to anything in spirituality. Any value attributed to a stone, some dirt, or a piece of gold is society putting a value on it, right? But we know that we may have just like a little, dime store charm that came in a Cracker Jack box or something, but because someone we loved gave it to us, it has this sentimental value, and it means something to us. It has value to us. So that's just an example. It doesn't matter. It works the same way with people too. It doesn't matter how old you are, where you come from, what your skin color is, what your religion is. We are all alive. And what makes us alive is that inner light of the divine. That has no color, no age, no background, no history. That is timeless and perfect. And it's in every single being, living being on this planet. So, my life is no more valuable than, a stray cat outside. It's life is life is life is life. So we're each blessed with this life, and we are very blessed to be in this life during this time in a human body, because we know that in a human body, we can evolve. We can think, we have the intelligence, so we can do these spiritual practices that help us to evolve. Okay, let's see. So we need to see people as all the same, not see the differences in people. See, everyone is the same. Then he says, you must have control over the whims of body and mind. Take some time in solitude to bask in the divine. We know this, but do we do it? Do we have control over the whims of body and mind? Or do we just let our senses go run amok? Do we just eat chocolate cake for breakfast? No, most of us have enough will and self-control that we eat a healthy breakfast, that we have dessert in moderation, or we save it, or we, make sure it's a healthy version or whatever. But we have enough control in that area. We have enough control that we shower every day, we brush our teeth, we wash our hair. We have that. We know we have to have control. But do we do it when it comes to our spiritual practices? It's our spiritual practices are like our mental hygiene, almost, not just dental hygiene. It's our mental hygiene. It helps to cleanse and purify the mind. The mind is in this very human existence, but spirit, we want to be able to go past the mind and into spirit. So we do our mental hygiene every day. That's really good. And how do we do this? We spend time in solitude. Solitude meaning all by ourselves, quiet. That's it. Quiet. Now if we can be quiet in a group and do a group meditation, that's fine too. But you're probably not going to have that opportunity every single day. So just find some place in your home, wherever you are, and meditate every day. And what do we do when we meditate? Bask in the divine. Bask in the divine. Okay, Krishna says, I'm not saying this, I'm reading what Krishna says. Meditate upon the self. Just sit there and be quiet. This is yoga. Union with the Supreme. That is the highest. Sit and hold the body still. Keep your thoughts on only me. Then you'll find the peace within, knowing that one are we. So there you go. This is like everything you need to know how to meditate. Some people read books and books and books how to meditate. Here it is in 2 little verses from Krishna, how to meditate. Meditate upon the self. It's a big S self. So what does that mean? Meditate on the higher self. Meditate on God, the supreme, the divine, the highest. And how do we do that? We can think of someone who is an example to us, like we were talking about earlier, whether it's Krishna, Ramakrishna, Jesus, St. Francis, whoever you choose, and think of the qualities of that person, that incarnation of God. Think of those qualities and feel the love in your heart for that entity. Whatever God means to you, whatever representation of God means to you. So it's a twofold action. It's the thinking and it's the feeling. And you have to do both. It's the knowledge and the love. You have to do both. And that's what meditation is all about. If you're just thinking, it's going to be pretty dry. And, you know, you can get there, but I think it's more difficult. If you do just the love, then it's hard to not be emotional and just like break down and cry, and you can't really concentrate. So you have to do both. You have to be in alignment with the head and the heart. He says also, sit and hold the body still. This isn't time to exercise. This isn't time to be, you know, doing your deep breathing or anything. Just hold the body still. Be calm. Settle down. Okay? Keep your thoughts on only me. Keep your thoughts on God. Then you'll find the peace within, knowing one are we. This is all about that sameness, the unity, that everyone's the same. We're all connected. We're all one. You know, Science of Mind says the same thing. We're all one. And having that gives you so much peace of mind that if you can just stay here in meditation, just stay here. It feels really good. And then what happens is, you know, you stay there for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you can do, as much as you can do, even 5 minutes. If you can only do 5 minutes, just stay there for 5 minutes, stay there. And then when you're ready to come out of meditation, be gentle with yourself coming out of meditation. Don't just go, oh, time's up. I'm up and running and answering the phone and doing this kind of stuff. No. Be gentle. Transition back into your day. Okay? And then you bring that peace, that kind of like that beautiful pink, white aura of spiritual yumminess into your day with you. And everyone around you is affected by it. It's just a beautiful thing. Okay, so our 20 minutes is up. I went over. Time is up. But I thank you so much for being here. And I'm just going to tell you that on Sunday, I've got my class, which is, there'll be a link on the Facebook page here. And it's from 10 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. I am speaking with Swami Mahayogananda of the Vedanta Society. He's my friend, the yogi. He's so awesome. And he is kind of like the death expert at our temple, because he's done a ton of research on what happens after death, life after death, near-death experiences, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to talk about that. And of course, you're welcome to participate and ask questions and bring any of your own experiences to the table. It's going to be really fabulous. So that's Sunday from 10 to 11. And then at noon, Pam and I will be on Facebook Live right here. Pam Gagan, our minister, and we're going to be doing another East Meets West. And I forget what the topic is, but it's East Meets West, and it's going to be really fun because I always have a blast with Pam. She's really cool. Okay, love you guys, and I hope to see you on Sunday. Thanks. Bye.